15 women are on a quest for true love that begins and ends in this palatial estate.
It's amazing. I am speechless.
Where they will compete for the affections of one man.
Just marry me here and now.
I believe in love at first sight.
The power lies in his hands.
Something I've been longing for my whole life is to find someone that I can spend the rest of my life with.
As he attempts to find the one woman who captures his heart.
You looking for love?
That's why I'm here.
But like all great love stories, there's a twist. What he can never know is that the girl he chooses will win.
$1 million.
Summer party's over.
It's a secret the women will have to keep to stay in the game.
It really is $1 million. One of us here is a millionaire.
It's definitely the biggest secret of my life.
Will these women lie, backstab, and break hearts for cold, hard cash?
I want the money.
From my dead body.
It's only about the money.
Smart girls finish rich. We're all enemies, vying for the same prize.
What the girls don't know is that in the end, they'll be forced to choose the man or the money. They can't have both.
Oh my God, this isn't right.
He has got to know.
See how far these women will go.
You will get the farthest with me.
For love or money. It began with 15 women. They competed for Rob's attention.
Whoa, baby!
That's awesome.
And one by one, they were sent home until only 5 remained. Laura, Kelly, Paige, Aaron, and Lauren. Whether it was for love or money, they all tried to win Rob's heart.
Cheers.
And then, in a startling elimination, Rob asked Laura to leave.
I guess I was way off base.
The stakes were raised as the final 4 girls got more intimate with Rob. And then he was forced to send another girl home. In a surprise twist, Rob was told about the women's $1 million secret.
We told them that in the end, whoever you chose above all others, whoever captured your heart, would win $1 million.
And Rob was given his own chance at winning the money.
If you can convince the final woman to pick you over the cash, you get both. The girl of your dreams and $1 million to start your life together.
With the game changed, Rob saw the girls in a whole new light. And each girl got 24 hours to win him over and take a step closer to $1 million.
She has to say to herself, if I choose this money, then I lied to Rob.
Aaron found a connection.
The last thing that I really ever wanted was to end up having feelings for him.
Kelly turned up the heat.
1, comma, 0, 0, 0, comma, 0, 0, 0, dot, 0, 0.
And Paige opened her heart.
Feel like I'm falling in love with you.
But with Rob's final decision more valuable than ever, a choice was made and Kelly went home.
3 down to 2. It's a scary thought.
Aaron or Paige will have a chance to walk away with $1 million.
I have no idea what's going to happen tonight.
$1 million is one with a lot of zeros after it.
Tonight, you'll find out who Rob chooses, Aaron or Paige, and the answer to the $1 million question. Is she in it for love or money?
Hi, Jordan.
Hello. So, ladies, congratulations.
Thank you.
We started with 15 women all competing for the heart of one man. And now, it's down to you two. Now, whether you've truly fallen for Rob or not, one of you is a millionaire. These are your checks for $1 million.
I want you to take a good look at them. Because what I'm about to tell you could change everything.
Oh, no.
When we started, I told you that the one woman Rob chose would win $1 million. What I didn't tell you is that in the end, if you're that woman, you'll have to make a choice. The man or the money.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Not both. If you choose the man, you're gonna walk out of this house on Rob's arm, penniless, but the beginning of a beautiful relationship. If you choose the money, you're a millionaire. But for as long as you live, you can never set eyes on him again. It's been quite a journey for you both. And yet, we return to the same question we asked in the beginning. Are you in it for love or for the money? That's a question only you can answer. I'll leave it to your thoughts.
Aaron. What are we gonna do? Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Why can't we have both?
Because that's not the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what you'd do?
I don't know.
I think Paige can never choose money over a person. She's in it for the romance.
Do you know?
I think I know what I'd do.
Oh my gosh. I think Aaron's a good person, but I think no matter what, Aaron will take the money.
I should think about it.
Yeah. Decisions are very important because every decision you make can change the rest of your life.
Oh, I know it.
Can take you on a totally different path.
No, I know. I know.
This sucks. This is a really hard decision to make. This is the hardest decision that I've ever had to make in my entire life.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
This way.
Aaron.
Bedroom's this way.
What are we gonna do?
I know what I'm doing.
What are you doing? Just tell me.
No.
You're not gonna tell me?
No.
Why not?
I will tell you, but not right now. I wasn't quite ready to tell her how I felt because I wasn't sure. When you're presented with that dilemma, all of a sudden you question everything you've ever felt about anything. I mean, you just do.
Okay, here's the deal.
Do you know what you're gonna do?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Because if I choose the money, I don't think anything good could come out of it. But I feel like if I don't choose the money, I'm picking him over my family. We need money, you know? Everything that I'm about, everything that I live for tells me that I can't choose the money. But if I choose Rob, I feel like I'm choosing him over my family. I could choose him, and 2 weeks later, he could meet another girl and just be like, see you later.
Do you really think he's the one?
I don't know.
Well,
What are you thinking? Think this out with me.
what do I think?
Tell me all the options and
I don't
things you're
think that I should tell you what I think because
I want to know what you think. It's
I don't
not going to
wanna-
influence my decision.
It will influence your decision, and I don't want to tell you what I think. I can't. I don't know how you feel, so I can't give
Well, I
you
don't know
my-
how you feel either. I just want to know your opinion.
I
on all
think
of
that
this.
you should think hard about it and listen to your heart and do what you think. I've been trying to just not steer her one way or the other and let her make her own decision. She'll make the choices right for her, and it might not be the choice I would make, but it will be the right one.
You would take the money, right? You would take the money? It's the smart way to do it, I think.
Which is hard because he is a great guy.
Yeah. But there's no guarantee. There's no contracts on love.
If I choose the money, there's a contract. If I choose Rob, there's no guarantee.
Maybe you should just wait and see how you feel
I
tomorrow.
gotta talk to him. I gotta talk to him.
What are you gonna say to him?
I don't know. I just have to see how I feel.
I mean, are you in love with Rob?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like I'm falling in love with Rob, but I don't know if he is falling in love with me. I don't know. I'm so freaking confused right now.
I've always told myself that I wouldn't make a decision based on a guy. Because you never know, like, what's gonna happen. But money comes and goes.
I'm biting my tongue right now.
People come and go too. Ooh, you don't want to see them?
I just don't. I'm like sick. I just didn't want to see him. I'm like, I'm taking the million. You know, I don't want to see him, and then I'm gonna have to be fake. And I'm not a fake person, so I mean, I know that he's gonna be able to see right through that.
I don't know. I can't make this decision.
Coming up,
Impeccable timing. Hello.
Rob drops by for an unexpected dinner.
And we have a lot to talk about other than our romance for each other.
With only one day left before the elimination, Rob feels the pressure.
I'm very confused. It's down to these two girls. There isn't much time left.
And tensions mount as the end grows near.
The whole time we were at dinner, he was talking to Aaron.
Paige, just get with the program.
And later, it's the decision we've been waiting for. Will Rob pick Paige or Aaron? And in the end, will the girl he picks choose love or money?
I really wanted to see the girls before the final elimination, and so I came over for dinner.
Impeccable timing. Hello.
You know, I knew that I was going to get to talk to each of them one-on-one, and I was looking forward to that because I know that I have to figure out the motivations of these girls.
He came in the door and neither of us gave him a hug. That was weird, because I wanted to give him a hug.
Go ahead.
Right after we found out about the money, I started questioning my feelings for Rob. Was I feeling this just because this guy comes with $1 million? Is that why I think I'm falling in love with him? But the second he came over, all of my feelings were reassured. I mean, I really like this guy.
Wow.
What is this? Chinese.
This is Thai, actually.
Oh, is it Thai?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
I'll go ahead and start.
I'm gonna try this. I don't know what it is. It was kind of weird having dinner with them. These are the final two girls, and I'd kind of look over at one of them, and I'd start thinking things, and then I'd look at the other one, and I'd start thinking things about her, and so it was a little awkward, but the conversation went pretty well. I went to the bookstore, and
Did you get any books?
I got Autobiography of Bob Carey.
After you have like a one-on-one date with somebody and then you're in a group setting, it's just weird.
I'm reading Katharine Graham's book,
The one about Washington, D.C.?
The Washington Post, that whole thing.
She's an amazing lady.
Yeah, she is.
We just have a lot in common. We have a lot to talk about other than, you know, our romance for each other.
So were you all nervous last night? You didn't look nervous. Last time.
I wasn't nervous last night.
Last time you looked nervous. You said it was the cold, but.
I felt kind of bad because he was paying attention to Aaron.
Do you make your decisions like right before?
No. You mean like 5 minutes before or something?
Do you just go, okay, Farkle, Rochambeau?
Yeah, what is this Farkle? You call rock, paper, scissors?
Sparkling, yeah.
It's sparkling.
I don't know.
Paige, just get with the program. It's sparkling.
Okay.
Sparkling.
The whole time we were at dinner, he was talking to Aaron. Like, barely even looked at me or talked to me or acknowledged me. And I was like, well, I guess he's gonna choose Aaron.
I'm getting full.
So am
I
I.
am full.
Thought we might take a walk, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah. That would be good.
I went upstairs to brush my teeth, and I wasn't really worried about what they were doing. I was just like, whatever. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm not gonna see y'all tomorrow, except tomorrow night.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah.
I had known where I stood on my decision until dinner. And then he held my hand, he looked at me, and I was like, my God, like, we have a connection. I mean, it made me question everything. I was thinking he's gonna pick me, totally.
It was a little awkward because I knew that Paige would be coming right back.
You guys have a next one.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
we
see
will.
you later.
Alrighty.
See you in a minute, baby.
After dinner, I went outside because I wanted to speak with Paige, so she and I went for a walk on the grounds.
The second we walked outside, he's like, give me a hug. You haven't given me a hug all day. And that was really nice. And I was just happy to be there with him.
How are you? Good? Good.
Now that Paige knows that she has to make a choice between me and the money, I was kind of trying to see if she would act differently.
It's so beautiful out here.
I need to figure out if I'm really in love with him and if he's in love with me. That was my whole plan. Gonna get him alone and talk to him and figure out how he feels.
I think you're a really cool person.
I just want you to know that you know, I really care about you, that you drive me crazy. Yeah. When I was with Paige, I was thinking, how would this work? How much do I like her? And what she thought would happen. Now you're not having your ring on it.
No, it's gone. Forever.
What do you mean forever?
It's gone. I'm so glad it's gone.
Paige took off her promise ring for me, so I feel like she's committed to seeing me after this is all over with.
I'm waiting for another ring to be placed there.
I'm not too old for you?
I don't think so. I think you're perfect.
Well, I'm not, but...
Well, I'm not either.
I think with Paige, you know, I wanted to find out what she thinks will happen in the future. You like kids, right?
Yeah.
Do you want kids?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I'm so ready to start a family, and I was really happy that he asked me that.
I seriously love being around you.
When I'm with Paige, I felt like we just spent a lot of time just kind of staring at each other and smiling and giggling and kissing. And it was more like we were teenagers in love, kind of.
I was feeling good vibes from Rob. I was feeling like he was trying to tell me that he cared about me.
We're gonna have so much fun together, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be back in Dallas on Sunday, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm planning on coming on Sunday night. Maybe you can pick me up.
I could. And then I could drive you somewhere far away.
If I were to pick Paige, I think there's a pretty good chance that she would pick me over the money, and then we would start our lives together with $1 million.
The only thing I'm curious to see is I feel like maybe you think you still need to impress Erin.
What do you mean impress?
I don't know if she's still like a challenge to you or whatever, but obviously you've already won me over. I guess we'll see what you're really here for. I have no idea. I don't know. If Rob likes a challenge, then he will choose Erin. And he'll never get her. He'll never get her. So is this gonna be a hard decision for you to make?
What do you think?
I told you what I think.
You think I already know what I want to do?
Yeah, I think you do. Do you?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
With Paige, mainly what I wanted to get across is how much I like her and how serious I am about her and how grateful I am that I've been able to spend this time with her. And I just wanted her to know that if I choose her, it's because I want to be with her.
He's been taking us out on these amazing dates. Horse-drawn carriages are nice, and chateaus and Napa Valley, and gondolas, and helicopter rides. But I think I had the best time with Rob outside in the backyard than I did the entire time I've been here.
That's such a nice night. I like Paige, and I feel like I could see myself being with her. I could see myself being happy, spending time with her. Thanks, Charlie. Based on everything I know about Paige and based on, you know, how she's treated me and what she's said to me, I feel like she would choose me over the money.
If he's an honest guy, and he's everything I think he is, and everything he's said to me has been the truth, then he's gonna choose me.
Coming up, Paige is left standing, while Erin gets her last chance to influence Rob's decision.
God, I don't even know what I was thinking or what I was feeling. I just acted the way I felt right at the time.
And Rob wrestles with his final selection.
It's down to these two girls. There isn't much time left, and I've got about 24 hours to figure it out.
And later, it's decision time. Who will Rob pick, Paige or Erin? And in the end, have they been in it for love or money.
Erin and I were in the ladies' room upstairs, and she said,
Am I allowed to kiss him?
Erin, you are allowed to make your own decisions.
Did you?
Huh?
I'm not going to if you didn't.
You can do whatever you want. I do whatever I want.
I don't know if I want to anyway. I mean, I don't want to kiss him if you just kissed him.
I so did.
I don't know if I can do it. I'm not such a Hefner with only 2 girls now.
My harem has diminished.
Your harem is shrinking.
Significantly. With Erin, when it comes down to me or the money, I don't know what she would do. I think that there is a, it's less likely that she would pick me than Paige would, but I don't know. And yesterday, like, at the fireside, when you told me that.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but I don't know, just kind of out of the blue, like you just kind of grabbed my heart.
Like you took my breath away, and then you told me that, and I was like, oh. I started to melt.
Thank you.
Because like what you said, it was so simple, but so nice.
I meant it.
What I wished more than anything right then was that that you would like fall for me a little bit.
My wish came true. If I felt like Rob didn't have a big heart and wasn't a good guy, I would have probably no hesitation taking the money, but he is a great guy.
So crazy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I first started talking with Erin, I could tell that she was really nervous and she was withdrawn again. I kind of almost tried to kiss her a couple of times and I could tell that she didn't want to, she didn't feel comfortable.
My heart was beating so fast because I was faced for once with a decision that I just didn't know where I stood. It was tearing me up to be around him.
When I woke up this morning, I was thinking about you. And I've kind of put it out of my mind today, but I haven't made up my mind. And believe me when I say that, because it's true.
No, I mean, you gotta do whatever you feels right.
I've had to judge the motivations of these girls. I've had to also look inside myself to figure out what it is that I want. And Paige is more open, and in a way I kind of need that, right? I mean, I like a lot of attention, and I like,
Paige is much more somebody who gives another guy a ton of attention. I am not that way. And he was saying, she just gives me things that I need more. He may really, really love Paige. I don't know. He might. And he might question my intentions.
I might not been giving you enough attention.
I always need more,
Do you want to take a walk?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we kind of got over our uncomfortableness or, her nervousness, and then we kind of walked away, and that seemed to break the spell. I can feel your heart.
Earlier today, I was like 70–80% into the money. At that point, I was like, all right, well, I can't kiss him because I'm faking it and I'm in it for the money. But with Rob, it's just different.
You certainly got me by surprise.
God, I don't even know what I was thinking or what I was feeling. I just acted the way I felt right at the time.
I just want you to know I really like you.
Thank you.
So much. Do you know that?
I think so. I feel that.
Erin's a little harder to read. I don't know if she was nervous because now she knows that she has to make a choice, but it was weird. She seemed very nervous, and then she would come out of it a little bit, and then we would start to really connect.
My motivation in the beginning of this thing was definitely the $1 million. And later on, as Rob and I started going on more and more dates, surprisingly, it just blew me out of the water. We just had, great time and a good friendship. We laugh a lot and we get along a lot, and I don't know, I just wasn't expecting that really. I really wasn't.
Now that I know that she has to make a choice between me and the money, I don't know if she's acting differently because of the $1 million.
God, I've never been in a situation where I've been so perplexed and so challenged and so just torn about how I feel about something in my whole life. And the funny thing is I never thought in a million years I would ever think there was potential between me and this person. And there is.
Yes, I have thought, okay, well, if I pick Paige, I think there's a greater likelihood that she'll pick me and I'll get all this money. Yes, I've thought about it. All right, see you tomorrow.
Good night, baby.
But I think that if I decide that I like Erin better, then I think I have to give myself the chance to be with her, even though she might not pick me. Between now and the final elimination, I'm gonna replay the conversations that I've had with them. I'm gonna try to look inside and see what I think is real. I'm very confused. It's down to these two girls. There isn't much time left, and I've got about 24 hours to figure it out.
Coming up, the girls wrestle with their choices.
If he does choose me, I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
And the decision takes its toll on Paige. And later, the moment's finally here. Who will Rob pick, Paige or Erin? And what will she choose? Love or money?
See ya.
When Rob walked out, and maybe this is the wrong move, but I had to tell her what I was thinking and what I was feeling.
Did you guys have fun?
Paige,
What?
you are gonna win tomorrow.
Why do you think
I know
that?
it.
Why do you think
I can
that?
sense these things and I know.
Did he tell you that?
No, he did not tell me, but I can tell. I know.
What happened?
Maybe I'm not making it up in my head.
I am 99.9% sure.
Why?
I think he's really in love with you.
What? No, not in love with me.
Well, he's on his way. Let's just say that. Yeah,
you're just saying that. You're trying to freak me out.
Paige, I swear to God.
When Erin told me that Rob was in love with me, I was shocked, and immediately the first thing I was thinking is there has to be a catch, or it's not true, because, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to like throw a pity party here, but nothing ever works out for me. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
I'm so curious why you think that, though.
I've dated enough guys to know when they're into me and when they're not.
You know?
No, he's not. I think he is maybe physically attracted to me, but I don't think anything more than that. I'm not kidding. I should not be telling you this because if it doesn't go that way, I don't want you to be bummed, but I really, truly, truly think so. And I don't want to convince you not to take the money, but I think that he's in
Well,
love
I
with
already made my decision about the money.
It just, my heart tells me that I can't take the money.
I had such a good time talking to him.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been able to talk to him because I've had this stupid secret. Like, and I just couldn't talk or like sit because I'm like, keeping a secret.
Yeah.
But now it's like I have a decision.
The fact that I now have the power to make the decision on whether or not I'm taking the money made me feel so much more relieved and not guilty.
I am 100% sure he will not choose me. I can tell. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was pouring it on thick.
What do you mean?
I wasn't backing off, let's just say that. Mm-hmm. I kissed him because he's a good kisser.
I don't know what to think about Rob. How am I supposed to know anything when he's kissing me 1 minute and 5 minutes later he's kissing Erin?
What if he has other agendas?
He might.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't
I don't know,
he?
I can tell you he is not into me.
I don't believe that though.
I don't give him enough attention. He needs more.
What if he likes the fact that you don't give him that much attention and he has to work for
I
it?
thought maybe he was the type that did, but he's not.
I've always thought that the person who plays harder to get, he will eventually fall for. I have come to realize differently. I think that he actually wants somebody who's more like Paige, who wears her heart on her sleeve.
He was saying how you give him a lot of what he needs from that perspective.
I don't know what the deal is, but I believe Aaron, and I think Aaron's being sincere.
You have a big decision to make. I mean, he is going to pick you.
Well, I
Trust
already
me.
made my decision.
I know, you're not gonna take the money.
I can't.
I think that she is young, and she's a romantic, you know, and there's not that many of those left out in the world.
What if he proposes to whoever he picks?
He won't propose to me, 100% sure.
What if he does propose?
No, he wouldn't.
To whoever?
He could possibly to you, but I don't see that. I see it more that he will just pick you.
If for some reason Rob proposed to me tomorrow night, I would say yes. Whoa, that's a big thing. And it would be so much easier for me to say no to the money because I know that there would be a guarantee from him that he really does want to be with me forever.
But we don't know. It's not over yet. We don't know, Aaron.
You're right. I
can't get my hopes up.
Coming up, the decision overwhelms Paige.
I'm so confused because I really don't know how Rob feels about me. There's so many lies and secrets and it's just all nasty.
And later, will Rob pick Aaron or Paige? And then it's the decision of a lifetime for one lucky girl. Will she choose love or money?
We woke up this morning and this was kind of our final day before we have to make our decision. And Paige woke up, actually Paige didn't wake up at all. She didn't sleep at all.
I was tossing and turning all night and I couldn't sleep. I was just like laying there with my eyes closed trying to get comfortable and I just couldn't breathe and my heart was beating so fast. I wonder what time it is. I want to get it over with. I want it to happen like now.
Do you know what you're gonna do yet?
Today is the day that Rob is going to decide if he wants me or if he wants Aaron. And I'm very confused and I'm nervous. I don't know who Rob's gonna choose.
She was kind of going back and forth and back and forth. And she's like, you know, I can't take the money. That would just be so wrong and so bad. And I was basically saying, if you feel like it's bad, then it's bad. But if you can look at it in other ways, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing.
I could take the $1 million. My family, my friends, everyone would be happy. But then I would never know what could happen between me and Rob. I'd go on for the rest of my life never knowing. I'm just so torn. I don't know what to do. I have no idea. For 5 minutes, I'll sit there and I'll be sure, and I'm like, all right, I'm not taking the money. And then the next 5 minutes, I'll rationalize all these things in my head, and I'll be like, it's okay, I can take the money. I'll take the money. I'm so confused because I mean, I really don't know how Rob feels about me. I don't know. And it is so hard to make a decision on just faith and believing. I'm like already getting mad at him because I'm like, you think you're the only person that has to make a decision?
I don't know what to tell you. I wish I had a good answer for you.
I mean, after all of I'm so angry and there's so many lies and secrets and it's just all nasty.
Well, maybe he'll say something to you today that will make you, maybe you'll know when you're there what you should do.
But you know, Aaron, he may not pick me. He might pick you.
He's not picking me. I know if he chooses me, I would be flabbergasted.
In this type of situation, I don't know. I guess it's just, you start morally questioning everything, and I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I don't know if it's worth it. Is it worth $1 million?
That's the question, my dear.
Is Rob worth $1 million?
All right, let's go get some lunch.
Okay.
How's that?
Lunch, good.
Lunch. The girls gotta eat. You can't help but wonder, okay, well, I take the $1 million. But what would have happened had I explored this relationship? And then if you go through your life and you never meet somebody who you connect with again, it's like, you know, you kind of screwed up.
Yeah, did you notice I took my ring off? Did you even notice that?
Oh my God, when?
On our date.
Really?
Yeah. I took it off before I went to bed, and then I didn't put it back on the next morning. And then he asked me why I wasn't there, and I told him because I thought I was falling in love with him.
I knew that she was in puppy love. I knew that she just was kind of like in La La Land, but I had no idea that so much had transpired in terms of her really spilling her heart out.
I didn't want to tell you because I don't know, you know, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
All this stuff happened. I feel like maybe she's a little jealous or angry because she never knew all of this was going on. Let's go, come on. Stop looking at me like that.
I want to know what you're gonna do.
Today, I told Aaron how I really do feel about Rob. I could definitely be Rob's best friend, and I could probably be the great love of his life.
Last night, I think at one point I was like, Paige, you're an idiot, just take the money. But that's just not Paige. That's not how she feels, and it would be wrong for me to tell her to do that.
I feel a lot better now that I did tell her, because now she understands why I'm so torn and why I don't know what I'm going to do.
You never know, like you're 100% one way and then you get in the situation and the whole thing changes.
Next, Rob's choice could turn one of these girls into a millionaire.
We're ready.
Yeah, ready.
And the girls begin to weigh the odds of going home empty-handed.
There's so many factors that play into this.
And later, Rob must make his biggest decision. Will it be Aaron or Paige?
I'm very nervous about tonight. I'm nervous about what they'll do.
And what will they choose, love or money?
Tonight, there are two girls left, and I have to pick the one that I want to be with. Once I choose the girl that I think is right for me, then she has to decide between me or the money. If she chooses me, we share the $1 million. If she chooses the money, I never see her again. And I'm nervous about it, you know, because I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know what I think is going to happen. I don't know what I want to happen. But I know whatever happens, it will be for the best. And I've always said that the person with the right intentions will end up winning in the end.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this to be over. I'm ready for a new life with Rob.
Tonight, I'm gonna tell the girl that I choose that I know about the $1 million. And I have known about it since the last elimination when there were 3 girls left. The decision tonight has been very hard for me. You know, I really care about both of these girls. All I can do is go for my heart and pick the girl that I think is right for me.
I feel relieved because I don't feel guilty anymore. I don't feel like I'm lying anymore because I'm not going to take the money.
In this situation,
You know, you're dealing with hearts and you're dealing with emotions and you're dealing with feelings and
I don't know, I guess it's just, you start questioning everything and I don't know how I feel about it yet.
The basis for my choice is not the money. The basis for my choice is who I feel the greatest connection with and who I see myself with in 5 years. Before the girl I choose makes her decision, I'm gonna tell her how I feel. I'm gonna pour my heart out. If the girl I choose chooses me over the money, then I think I would just be overwhelmed and amazed and just really happy.
When you go to bed at night and you think about this, and you think, I made the right decision, and you go to sleep and you smile, which one is it is gonna make you do that?
There's so many factors that play into this.
Ladies,
Hi, Jordan.
well, you have had some amazing experiences these past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And quite possibly, you found the man you could spend the rest of your life with. Being that you are the final two, it's obvious that Rob has deep feelings for the both of you. But only one of you can be his true soulmate. In just a short while, you'll head down the stairs for the last time. Rob will be waiting to reveal to you what you've wanted to know from the start. Who is the woman of his dreams? If you are the woman he chooses, you'll have to make what could be the most difficult decision of your life. Standing before him, eye to eye, you must reveal the secret you've been keeping from him and decide what's most important to you. Love or money? Ladies, your journey here ends tonight. Say your goodbyes to one another. I'm going to step away for 5 minutes to separate you into your rooms. Good luck.
Okay? Don't cry. Don't be upset.
I miss you.
I want to miss you too. Good luck.
I'm very nervous about tonight. I'm nervous about what they'll do. It's one of the most important moments of my life.
Girls. If you've said your goodbyes,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
come with me.
I love you, Aaron.
Love you too, sweetheart. Talk to you later.
I don't know who Rob is gonna choose, and I really don't know how Rob feels about me, and it's just like a big chance to take.
If he picks me, I will let fate take its course and see what decision feels most natural to me.
I don't think I'll ever regret the decision that I make because I feel like I have to go with my heart and give the girl that I choose the chance to do the right thing. I think I have to do what I think is right, and I have to go with the reason why I came here, which is to find someone. I'm really looking forward to the fairy tale ending.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi. Well, Paige,
Yeah?
it's time. The moment is finally here.
Okay.
Rob is waiting downstairs. When you're ready, please head down.
Okay.
So, Erin,
Yes.
in just a few short moments, you get to find out if you have successfully captured Rob's heart.
Okay.
If you haven't, you walk out here with nothing, having lost his love and the $1 million.
Right.
Okay? Rob is ready to talk with you right now.
Great. Okay.
And when you're ready, just please head down. Good luck.
If Rob feels the same way that I feel about him, then I won't ever have any regrets about not choosing the money. Because, I mean, this could be the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. This could be the great love of my life. This could be the beginning of the rest of my life.
I am feeling just butterflies in my stomach.
If he does choose me, I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
I think it's a hard decision. It's going to be a hard decision tonight. Pretty much made up my mind.
Coming up, the moment is finally here.
I'm very nervous right now.
Time for Rob's biggest decision.
This is one of the most important moments in my life.
And the girls will learn their fate. Will it be Erin or Paige? And what will they choose? Love or money?
Hello. Let me hug. It's nice to see you.
Feel my heart beating.
Sure, yes. How are you doing?
I'm very nervous right now.
Me too.
You are?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I don't know, I've been nervous ever since yesterday when I left y'all, you know, because this has been a very hard decision. And I know that it's just been a very hard decision. You know, I remember when I met you, it was right here. And I remembered you, of course, because you gave me a hug. And you knew I was from Dallas somehow. And we had the lunch, you know, and I talked to everyone. And you were right next to me, right to my left. And I kept nudging you. Do you remember it?
Yes, I do.
And then I finally got to talk to you, and you wanted to go off somewhere else and talk alone, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. And then I didn't get to see you on the group dates, and I was disappointed about that. And then when I came over for dinner, you know, we went upstairs, and that's when you just started to drive me crazy. Really. You know, I got a sense of who you are, and we kissed. And I told you before, I forgot where I was. I was swept away by you. And I still feel that way, you know? I mean, I'm amazed with the person that you are, you know, how exhilarated you are by life, how strong you are, how smart you are, and especially how wise you are. And I'm also like, I feel unworthy, I think, because, you know, you gave me that note, and you talked about my soul and about how you see the best part of me. And you look at me and you smile, and I'm so flattered by that, because it's just amazing that you feel that way. And yesterday in the garden, I felt so comfortable with you, and I was glad that you finally seemed to feel comfortable with me. And this whole time, obviously you're here for a reason, and you're here at the end for a reason, and that's because I really care about you. And I'm just amazed at everything about you and everything I've learned so far, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful that I met you, and that we've gotten to spend this time together. When we were in the Napa Valley, you said that that this would be the best day of my life. And I felt like it was. I felt like it was one of the best days of my life, just spending time with you. And you told me that no matter what my decision, that you would support me. And I know that you will. And I just feel somehow, and I don't know how. You know, the person that's here right now in front of you is not the same person that was here 3 weeks ago. And I feel different. I feel like somehow I've been able to reach inside more than I ever have. And I thank you for that, and I thank everyone else for that. You know, it's been hard, and it's been difficult, and I've been stressed out. And ultimately, when I look inside, I have all these strong feelings for you, but
Hey, you. You're
Hi.
wearing white.
I know, what do you think?
I like it.
Thanks.
It looks nice.
Thank you, you look great.
Thanks. Good to see you. Hug.
Yes, please.
Put my white. Am I looking at you like that?
No, that's okay. Erin, I just want you to know that I believe that this is one of the most important moments in my life. And, you know, this is where I met you, and I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. And I remember when I met you, you shook my hand, and you had a strong handshake.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember you commenting on it.
And then we were downstairs, you know, we were having champagne, and I noticed you in the back talking to Stacy, ignoring me.
I wasn't ignoring you.
Well,
I was playing hard to get.
yes, I guess so. And I just was attracted to you, you know, from the beginning. And then we went and we played croquet, and I got to know you a little better. And then I chose you for the alone date because I wanted to spend time with you, and I felt like I needed that time. I felt like both of us needed that time to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And I had such a good time. And then we went on the mystery date.
Yes.
And we were up in the biplane, and one of the best parts of that day was we were in the biplane, and you were just holding on to me so tightly, and I just love that feeling. And then the rest of the day, you know, just hanging out like buddies. I just thought that was the greatest.
Well, we had fun.
We did. And I don't know. I mean, I've talked about my mother a lot.
Yeah.
And how much I love my mother and how much I respect her.
Right.
And when I look at you and when I think of you, all I can think of is the good qualities that my mother has that I see in you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And as you know, I was really attracted to Paige, and I had a strong connection with her, and of course she opened her heart to me a lot. But when you came and talked to me next to the fire and you said that I had your heart, I just melted. Because the other thing that I had told you before was that, you know, I knew what I wanted to happen. And I knew what I hoped would happen, which is that you would fall for me. And I read recently that this gentleman said, you should live your life as if you've done it once before and you don't want to repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of regrets in my life, and I don't think I'm going to regret anything that I've done tonight, no matter what happens. But
moment is finally here. Time for Rob's biggest decision.
I really wanted to be with you.
Will it be Aaron or Paige? And what will they choose? Love or money?
And ultimately, when I look inside, I have all these strong feelings for you, but I feel as though I have a better chance with Aaron.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with Aaron. And I want you to know, just like what I said in that note, everything that I have said to you, I have meant from my heart. And I hope that everything works out good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything that you've said. I appreciate it. There's so much I want to say right now, but
Why don't you tell me?
I don't know. I just... It was really nice to meet you. I'm very surprised. I thought he was gonna pick me. We were talking about meeting each other's parents. He was telling me that I should pick him up from the airport when we get home. I mean, I don't think I misread it. I don't really know what's going on right now. I wanted to tell him about the money, and I wanted to tell him that he's an idiot. When he said, I think my chances are better with Aaron, I wanted to laugh. Because if she doesn't take the money, it's only because she's gonna feel guilty because she knew that I wasn't gonna take it. I wasn't just imagining that I was falling in love with him because I thought that he came with $1 million and had nothing to do with the money ever. It's really hard to give someone everything that you have and for that person not to want it, you know? I mean, that hurts. The easy way out would be to not believe in love. But I don't ever take the easy way out.
And I don't have a lot of regrets in my life. And I don't think I'm gonna regret anything that I've done tonight, no matter what happens. But I just have to listen to my heart, and I don't want my life to be about fear, you know, about not making the right decision out of fear.
Right.
And that's why I've chosen you.
Rob, you have put me in an interesting predicament. God. First of all, I'm so flattered that you just said that. God. There's something I have to tell you.
Coming up, it's all come down to this. From 15 women to Erin. Now she must make the choice of a lifetime. Will she pick Rob?
I have never, ever done anything for money in my life.
Or will she pick the money?
I literally did not make up this decision until now.
Finally, the $1 million question is answered. And just when you think it's over, it's not. Coming up, a twist you won't believe.
God. There's something I have to tell you. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. There's a twist to the show. And, God, I don't even know where to start. The second day that I got here, they told me that, they told all of us that the person that you chose would not only get you, but would also get $1 million. And I was conflicted with that, and a lot of girls were conflicted with that, and that's why, like, in the beginning I was like, you know, I can't start a relationship on something where there's a secret like that, you know. That's why I've been like, I can't let myself have feelings. And I have always in my life, I have never, ever done anything for money in my life, other than, you know, just my job and work and everything else. And I was thinking, okay, well, we win because we get to pursue a relationship with you and we get $1 million, and hopefully the thing that I was most fearful of is that I'm like, you know, I hope I don't start developing feelings for him, because if I do and then I have to tell him, then forever he's gonna question where my true motives were. And the whole time I've been wrestling, like, back and forth with all this. And, you know, you keep saying, like, Erin, you're so nervous. This is what I've been nervous about. I didn't know until 2 nights ago that we were gonna have to choose one or the other. I was thinking, okay, this will just work out fine and he'll understand, and, you know, I'll just prove to him that the money had nothing to do with it and my feelings were there. And it's so hard, Rob. You know, I've been spending so much time here with Paige, and I felt like, and then yesterday, you know, I know you've had these tight connections with them too, so I have just been feeling like you're not really in love with me. I just have been feeling like you're just kind of want to see where things go. And so here I am thinking of my parents
and my dad's situation and the fact that my mom still works for him. And, you know, I can do a lot with $1 million for them. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, my emotions have been so all over the map, and I don't know if I feel that way for you. And so when I look at it, and I look at, you know, the idealistic side of me, you know, I want to take a leap with you, you know, and go for something. But then I look at the practical side of me, and I'm like, you know, if I did make that choice, our whole entire relationship from the get-go was based on a secret, and I don't want to ever resent you for making the choice to come, you know, be with you and then have you be somebody totally different than what I thought you were. And I don't want you to feel that pressure, and I don't want to feel that pressure. I literally did not make up this decision until now. I have been wrestling with this for 48 hours. And that's why my heart was beating so fast down there. It just wouldn't stop, because I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And so I am choosing $1 million. And I might look like, you know, the biggest gold digger in the world, and that was not my intention at all. God, this is so hard. So Rob, I want to be clear though, like if I felt like you were in love with me and I felt like I was in love with you, I wouldn't be making this decision. It's just that my emotions have been all over the map. I might regret this decision for the rest of my life. But I guess that's the chance I'm taking. The thing is I know, like, no matter what, I mean, you have so much going for you, and you are, I mean, you had 15 girls here, all of which wanted to be with you, you know, including me. But I just can't take the chance of walking away and resenting you for something that I didn't do. I'm really sorry, Rob.
No, don't be sorry. The other thing is, I mean, something I have to tell you is that after the last elimination, when it was 3 of you left,
Right.
they told me about the $1 million.
Oh.
And they told me that you would have to make a choice. And when they first told me, I was like, well, this is ridiculous. You know, why would they ever choose me? But I felt like, just to be honest to myself, you know, I know that, you know, Paige told me she took off her promise ring because she was falling in love with me.
Right.
And I knew that there was a greater chance that she would pick me. I knew that.
Yeah, she would have.
And I knew that, but when I thought about it, I said to myself, well, that would just be dishonest to me and to her, because I really wanted to be with you.
Oh my God. You are just breaking my heart.
But the other thing is that whoever I chose, if they decided to choose me, then we would have split the $1 million. We would have shared it. And then I have that check. I mean, they gave it to me.
I believe it. I believe it. It's just what I was thinking.
And so I'm sorry that that happened, of course. And,
Yeah.
But I mean, when they first told me about the money, they said, Rob, you know, well, how are you going to act differently? And I was like, you know what, I can't act differently because I can't control the way another person, or, you know, the choices that another person makes.
Right.
And I didn't come here for money. And so I just did what I did just to be honest with myself.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's more respectable than what I can say for myself. You know, it just is.
Well, I don't feel that way, and I wish you the best.
Right.
And I don't know what I would do in your shoes. You know, I've been asked that, and I'm glad I wasn't in your situation.
God, you are an incredible person. Rob, I am sorry. I mean, this whole thing has just ripped me into shreds, and I still don't know if I made the right decision, you know, and I guess I'll never know. And I guess that's just what I'm gonna have to live with, you know.
But this is for you.
Thank you. It doesn't feel very good taking it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're welcome. I'm disappointed, but I feel like I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned what I want from a woman. I've learned about my emotions. I've learned how to share my emotions. And ultimately, I think I'm proud of the way I acted because I didn't go after the money. I didn't lie to anyone. They say that the unexamined life isn't worth living, and that's what this whole journey has been about. And I think that that experience can only help me in the future. I hope there's the perfect girl for me out there. And I hope that when I meet her, I'm ready for that.
If I were in love with him, I would not have chosen the money, but I'm not. Love is something that comes around very rarely. I've been fortunate to have it a few times in my life to know what it is, and I can tell you that this wasn't it. I'm a good person who maybe is not as idealistic, maybe, as the people that I was surrounded with the past couple days, and it might be a bad thing, I don't know, but that's just who I am.
Hello, Aaron.
How are you, Jordan?
Great, welcome back.
Good to see you.
You look beautiful.
Why, thank you.
So you ready for this?
I think so.
Just take a seat.
My motivation in the beginning of this thing was the love.
But then I learned that one of us will be a millionaire.
In my hand, I have a check for $1 million for each of you. Aaron.
Thank you.
Now, the last time you left this house, Rob had chosen you above 14 other women as his soulmate.
Yes.
In the end, $1 million was just too much money to give up.
That was my choice, yes.
Yeah. You chose money over love. In life, we don't get many second chances.
That's true.
But that's what we're about to offer you right now. You've come back to this house a millionaire. Now the question is, are you willing to give up the entire amount of money that you won for a second chance at love?
That's why I'm here.
We found 15 men who are looking for one woman to complete their life. They don't know that you've been in this house before. They don't know that you won $1 million. But you know everything. You know that they are playing for $1 million.
Yes, that is very true.
You know that in the end, they're gonna have to make a choice between love or money. If you convince the final man to pick love, you'll walk out of here with not $1 million, but $2 million. But if he chooses money, you'll walk away with nothing. It's courageous, but it's a risk with an enormous reward.
Definitely.
Right. Do you think that you can succeed where Rob failed?
I have no idea. Let's just say I hope what goes around doesn't come around this time.
The moment of truth. Did you bring the check for $1 million?
I most certainly did.
Aaron, I'm going to ask you to burn that check.
Are you sure about that?
I am positive.
Ugh.
It's your choice, ultimately.
You want me to do this now?
Yes.
Right. I am crazy. Oh my God.
$2 million at stake. This is a check for $2 million. Hold on to it. Take a good look at it. Because the next time you see it, you'll either cash it or you'll burn it.